Yeah, I'm Dr. Mrinalini. I'm going to explain about computer networks and its architecture. What is computer network? A computer network is a set of computers connected together for the purpose of sharing resources. Like we want to share something from one person to another, we use a network. The most common resource shared today is the connection of internet. We know that we are living in fast technology now. Internet is very much required. Other shared resources can include a printer or a file server. Advantages of computer network. It enhances the communication and availability of information. It allows for the more convenient resource sharing. It makes file sharing easier. It is highly flexible. It is an inexpensive system. It boosts storage capacity. There are the few components of the computer network. First one is hub. Second is server, client, and communication channel. We need to know everything about it because it will be frequently used. Hub. We can see the picture of the hub. A hub is a network host, is a computer or the other connected to the device computer network. A network has host may offer information resources, services, and application to the users or other nodes on the network. There are two types of hubs, active hub and passive hub. Active hub, it electrically amplifies the signal as it moves from one connected device to the another. Active concentrators are used like a repeater to extend the length of the network. Repeaters. As we have seen that repeater has been used in hub, so we should know what is repeater. Repeater is a device that electrically amplifies the signal it receives and rebroadcast it. Passive hub. It allows the signal to pass from one computer to another without any change. So while transmitting the data, there cannot be any change. So the message will retain the same. These are the components, again, the components of the computer network. Second is server. A server is a type of computer or a device on a network that manages network resources. Servers are often dedicated. A client is a piece of the computer, hardware, or software that access a service made available by server. Communication channel. We know that if we are transmitting data, we need communication between them. Communication means there is a wired or wireless channel between transmitter and receiver. A communication channel or a simply channel refers either to a physical transmission medium such as wire or to the logical connection over a multiplex medium such as radio channel is telecommunication and computer networking. Communication channels are of two types, wired or guided communication channel, wireless or the unguided communication channel. So first we'll be seeing about the wired communication channel. When host and server with one another are guided by a media that is visible, that can be network cable, like it is called wired communication. Twisted pair, there are certain examples of the network cables, twisted pair cables, coaxial cables, fiber optical cable. These are further used in the experiment. Wireless or unguided communication channel. It totally depends on the radio frequency. When the host or the servers are connected with one another through guided medium like radio, wave, satellite, etc. These are the examples of the wired communication, radio wave, microwave, satellite. Types of network. So there are certain types of network that we need to know in this subject. A computer network means a group of network computers. A network can mean a small of a linked computer to a chain of a few hundred computer of different types. It can be anything, mini frames, PCs, laptops spread around the world. So there are types of the network based on the geographical spread. First of all, we'll be seeing about the LAN, local area network, and WAN, wide area network. We can see the picture of the LAN and WAN. Wide area network, we are from the diagram, it is very clear, from the figure, it is very clear that there are many connections in a WAN as it is wide area network. And in LAN, there is not multiple connections. This is the major difference between LAN and WAN. It is a spread over small area. It is spread over very large area. It usually costs less. It costs higher. It is usually a single network. It is network of many. There are types of network by components. Another parameter based on which we can classify network is the role played by the computer network in computer operation on the basis of two types of network, peer-to-peer networks and client-server network. We can see in the diagram that peer-to-peer network work group. There are the few computers that are connected to the hub and one laptop is as well connected to the hub. Peer-to-peer network are popular as home network and for use in small companies as they are inexpensive and easy to install, but they have limited scope and difficult to secure. On small networks, workstation that can develop as a server is known as non-dedicated server. Non-dedicated server can shuttle between client as well as server. Small networks that are used, such as server, are known as peer-to-peer network. Now, this is client-server network. Here is main source of transmitting data is internet, and we can see there are many clients in the form of laptop and mobile. It does not develop as a workstation, such as servers is known as dedicated servers. Dedicated servers operate solely as a server on the network. For example, there may be a server exclusively for serving files. Related requests like storing files, deciding about their access privileges, and regulating the amount of space allowed for each server. Network devices and hardware. In smooth functioning of a computer, other than computers and wiring, many devices, specialized hardware play important roles. We can see that picture of network interface card. This is known as NIC. A standalone computer, a computer that is not attached to the network, lives on its own and carries out its task with its own inbuilt resources. The NIC is a device that is attached to each of the workstation, and the server helps the workstation to establish all the important connection with the network. Each NIC that is attached to the workstation has unique number identification, which is known as node address. As in case of our houses, we have our address. So NIC also have a node address. All are different. NIC is also known as terminal access point. Different manufacturers have different name for the interface. The NIC is also known as NIU, Network Interface Unit. The manufacturer assigns a unique physical address to each NIC card. This physical address is known as MAC. Like we usually hear the MAC address of our computer is like the full form of MAC is Media Access Control. The NIC manufacturer assigns a unique physical address to each of the NIC card. The physical address is known as MAC address. MAC address is of generally 6 bytes, with each byte separated from a colon. For example, we can see that 10 colon B5 colon 03 colon 63 colon 2E colon FC. This is the MAC address. MAC address is actually a number assigned to the network card of the computer. The first 3 bytes are the manufacturer ID and last 3 bytes are the card number. So it has been categorized into 2 parts. First 3 bytes will be the manufacturer ID and last 3 bytes are the card number. Now, what is bridge? A bridge is a device that lets you link between the network. Bridges are smart enough to know which computer are on which side. So they only allow those messages that need to get side to cross the bridge. Bridges can handle network that follows same protocol. There are various types of protocol that we'll be studying later. So bridges basically works on the protocols. Ethernet bridge connecting 2 segments. Ethernet is technology. Nowadays, it has been included in protocol as well. We can see the bridge is connecting all the station all together that works on the same protocol. This is router. Router is a device that works like a bridge but can handle different protocols. So it is better than bridge. It can handle different protocols. A router is a network device that forwards data from one network to another network. It works like a bridge, but can handle different protocol. The main difference between router and bridge is that only the difference of protocols. Bridge work on similar protocol, but router can work on different protocols. If the destination is unknown to a router, it sends the traffic to another router, which knows the destination. Based on the network roadmap, it is known as routing table. Routers can help to ensure that packets are traveling the most efficient path to their destination. Now, this is the gateway. Gateway is a network device that connects dissimilar networks, establishes an intelligent connection between a local network and external network with completely different structure. Gateway is actually a node on the network that serves as an entrance to the another network. And enterprises, the gateway is the computer that routes the traffic from the workstation to a outside network that serve the web pages. Thank you so much. भाई मेरा रिकॉर्ड हुआ कि नहीं?